I want to read a scripture from you today from Hebrews, the 6th chapter and the 18th verse. It says, "So God has given both his promise and his oath. These two things are unchangeable because it is impossible for God to lie. Therefore we have fled to him for refuge and can have great confidence so that we hold to the hope that lies before us. This hope is a strong and trustworthy anchor to our souls. It leads us through the curtain into the inner sanctuary." You know, the Bible talks about our souls, and your soul is that part of you that connects with the natural world around you. And I'm reminded of the story of Peter, how when Peter was asking Jesus, "Can I walk upon the water?" They saw Jesus coming and they wanted him to walk on the water. Jesus, by one word, he said, "Come." And with that one word, he changed the molecular structure of that water so that Peter can walk on that water. Peter took a step and he began to sink. You know what happened with Peter? He no longer had his soul anchored. Before you make fun of Peter, realize that you and I do the same thing. How many of us, when the crisis first started, we were talking about the scriptures and we were reading Psalm 91 and we were ready to speak the word and we were excited, but then we began to look at the media. Just as Peter began to look at the waves and the water, and he began to allow what he saw to begin to affect his anchor, his soul. His soul needed to be anchored to that word. Well, you and I, when we see what takes place in the media, and we see the death count, or we see the crisis, or the economy, and how some of us affect many of your own loved ones, we begin to be affected. Well, the scripture tells us that this hope is a strong and trustworthy anchor to the soul. What is that? That God cannot lie. It is impossible for God to lie. He does not change. He's given us a promise, and he's given us an oath. And the scripture says that that promise and that oath, when our souls are anchored to it, will lead us into the very presence of God. And there is where we worship God, even in the midst of what's going on around us. Thank you, my brothers and sisters, and have a great day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching with us. Be sure to join us on Instagram, Facebook, and pray.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love for you to connect with us.